I am joined today by UT Dallas head volleyball coach Marci Allison, heading into her 18th season with the Comets. Coach Allison, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. You didn't tell me you were going to say 18 years. Good thing I died out the craze yesterday.
Oh, you look fantastic, and we look forward to seeing you on the court. 17 years of coaching volleyball at UT Dallas. This has to be the strangest season you've ever had or will have.
Just barely.
How has this made? There's been some little changes. There's been some big changes. Can you go through some of the things that have really been changed for your system during these last few months?
Well, obviously, I had to buy warmer sweatpants for our student athletes because we're not used to playing this time of the year, so they only have the indoor gear. But the biggest thing, obviously, playing in the spring, it's different, balancing the facilities a little bit more, but, and then playing fewer matches that you're getting ready for. So, I mean, those are the biggest things that we're seeing. So it's crazy. And of course, designing practices a little bit differently, trying to do the NCAA socialization protocol. So it's definitely different, but, every challenge makes you a better coach. So I feel like I'm learning a lot out of the experience for sure.
There is a conference tournament this spring, but there will not be a national championship tournament this spring. Does that affect the way you coach, the way you approach the season with there not being a national tournament? Are you still having the eyes on a conference title situation?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're at a point in our program where the goal is for that regional championship and national championship. But, one thing you have to keep in mind is not all of our players have attained that conference championship goal. So, of course, we're playing for those new players and try to keep the momentum and the tradition that the alumni set beforehand. So it doesn't necessarily change what we're doing as far as trying to be successful for our program and getting that positive exposure for the university. That doesn't change anything. So you can't focus on what you've done in the past, just focus on moving forward and do it for those that came before you and those that have decided to join you. They don't have those rings yet. They don't have that success yet. So we're all still hungry to defend that title.
Well, your squad did win a fifth straight American Southwest Conference East Division title back in the fall of 2019, won another conference championship. That's four of the last 5 seasons. You lost a lot of talent from that 2019 squad that went 24-5 and dominated the East Division. Let's talk about some of the players, though, that we're looking forward to seeing back on the court. Let's start with Allison Owen, who was all-region for you, first team All-ASC East. Talk about Allison Owen, her going into this season.
I'm really proud of Allison Owen, and I told her that actually after practice this morning. She's been struggling a little bit with some health issues, not necessarily COVID, but she's just been battling through practice and doing what she can do, and she's really showing a good effort to those kids that are working with her on working through things, and she's just giving it her all, and I'm super proud of the effort that she's putting in. The skill level's there and will always be there, I think, with her, but the little extra effort that she's putting in competing on the court has made me super excited about seeing her play this fall, or this spring.
There are a couple of young players on your roster that were freshmen in 2019 that really showed some impact with your program and gave you a bright stars that you were going to see in the future. Catherine CROFT, freshman of the year in the conference. And then Madison Ball, who had a slow start to her freshman year, but really came on strong in the postseason for you. And it was someone you could rely upon when we got to October and November. Talk about those two young, talented players and what you're going to hope to see from them in year 2 in your program.
We found both of those student athletes late, in Catherine CROFT and Madison Ball, and I just think they were great gets for us. And people ask us all the time how we landed those kids, but they're just good ball control players. Catherine, Cat as we call her, can terminate really, really well, and we've moved her around between the pins in her freshman year, and then Madison Ball sealed the deal for us out on a pin to go into the NCAA tournament in 2019, and she's just continued to grow, and she's so positive and brings such a positive energy to the floor. And both of those just play with such great enthusiasm that it's contagious. So we're trying to get them to continue to do that and spread that amongst our team. So I'm excited about those two players coming up and even potentially keeping them around with the eligibility rules.
In addition, I count 10 freshmen on your roster in the 2020-2021 season. That's a lot of freshmen to corral and teach the system especially going through the craziest first year of college ever for a student athlete. How have you approached these freshmen? You mentioned earlier how they don't know the championship mentality yet. They may have won titles in club ball or won titles in high school, but they haven't played at this level yet in the American Southwest Conference East Division or the conference or the national tournament. How do you get those freshmen ready to go on day one?
I think our returners are doing a great job of teaching them the culture of our program. And of course, we reiterate that in all of our meetings. And now that we're practicing, we kind of hound that a little bit. But we have a great group coming in with really good club and high school experience. So they're used to playing at a high level. The only thing is volleyball IQ we teach pretty high. So I think that that's something learning for them that they're going to have to learn to do a little bit more of. But, they're getting out there and they're competing really hard. And I'm proud of the effort that they're putting in. And they're bringing a lot, not only physically to the court, but their voices are being heard and they're not afraid to speak up. So, they've all been just a great addition to the program. And they're all, of course, as we all are, excited to be out there competing and playing volleyball again.
Playing a truncated conference schedule this spring, you're just playing your division, you're doing home and home double headers with everybody, so you could potentially have some very long evenings coming up. What's the mindset playing double headers in conference play on a Tuesday or a Thursday night?
Well, I think with these athletes, as much as they've been out, they're looking forward to getting as much volleyball in that they can get in the short amount of opportunities that we're going to get. So I think for them, it's definitely exciting and gets them that opportunity to just show what they can do to, everyone in our conference, to our staff, to our university. But it's something that we're going to have to really get used to. We're not used to doing this every time that we compete. So, trying to get them back in the gym and get them conditioned, not just physically, but teaching them mental strength and staying emotionally stable. All those are things that they're going to have to really mature quickly at with such a young squad that we have, and learn to turn around and play back to back pretty quickly. And the way that we are doing the double headers is kind of important for going into the conference tournament with its redesign too. So I think there are some positives to it, that the kids are getting to play a lot, and it will prepare us for getting into that conference tournament if we're able to do so.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining us today. The season begins February 19th with a home doubleheader against LeTourneau at the UTD Activity Center. Fans, if you can't come out and watch, you can watch all the matches live online at UTDCometSports.com. Coach, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Dave.